Hello and welcome back to All About Community. Again, my name is Robert L. Harris. I am your host. And as I promised during our last segment, I would have as my next guest Warren Logan, who is a candidate for District 3, Oakland City Council. Welcome, Warren.
Thank you so much for having me. It's great to see you.
Well, it's always great to see young men and women who are running to make our city better.
Absolutely.
And in this particular case, let's talk for a moment about your background. Since you are running for District 3 of the City Council of Oakland, what is your background?
Sure. So for your viewers and for you, I will start by saying I grew up in San Diego. My educational background is in city and regional planning. In fact, I have a master's in city and regional planning. But one of the things I wanted to share with you and to the folks at home is that I like to talk about who I come from, not just where I come from.
Okay, who do you come from?
Right?
All right, that's a good one.
Yeah. So, my grandfather, Theophilus Logan, and I encourage any of you to look him up. He just passed away last April at 106. He was the first African-American Board of Realtors president for the Southern California area. And I think a lot about the impact that he's had on our family and really in his community, and has really challenged each one of the Logans in our family to consider how we're helping our community. And I love that that's the kind of tribe I come from. And that's what has prompted me to run for city council.
Well, and I can say that your grandfather is a fraternity brother of mine, and I have known him for many, many years, but I had no idea you were his grandson.
Yeah.
I recall specifically when I was the Grand Pole Mark of Kappa Alpha Psi fraternity and spent a lot of time with Brother Logan down in San Diego. Been to a lot of event sponsored by the San Diego alumni chapter of Kappa Alpha Psi. So there's just so much I could say. I could write a little script on Brother Logan.
Yeah.
He's an outstanding man. So the fact that you come from his upbringing says a lot about you.
Yeah. I miss him so much, and yet I really hope that I'm doing him proud and that I'm really making my family proud as well.
Well, you are. Now, let's talk about your candidacy for the city council. Why are you running?
A lot of people have asked me about this,
and they should.
And they should. Right? What are you doing here? For starters, I've lived in Oakland for about 10 years, a little over 10 years. I love this city. And like I shared before, when I see a problem, I want to tackle it head on. I want to address the issues I'm seeing. And right now, I don't feel like our city is on the right track.
Why isn't it on the right track? I mean, when you think about the fact that the crime is up, trash all over the streets, it's just a mess. Of course, it couldn't be on the right track. Now, how you going to get it on the right track?
Well, I think it starts with leadership, right? Having people out there who are prepared to make policies and not just blame people back and forth on who did this.
I know some person on the city council or in the mayor's office just love to blame people.
And that's the thing.
Take no responsibility for anything.
Exactly. And I want to focus on solutions. So let's take public safety, for example.
Absolutely.
Probably the hot topic for anyone in Oakland, any resident, any employee, any visitor of Oakland. We need to do several things. The first of which is acknowledge that we have a problem. And that sounds basic, but just acknowledging with people.
But there are some people who won't even acknowledge we got a problem, or if we got a problem, it's somebody else's fault.
It's someone else's fault, right. So I want to start by acknowledging we have a problem and that we can address this problem and in fact have addressed this problem in the past. So first, I think we need a police chief.
Oh, that's an understatement. We've been without a police chief for well over a year now. And I understand getting another one may not happen soon.
Sure. And to that point, just really quickly, and for folks listening as well, I want to make sure that people know that we have an interim police chief Chief Allison, who has been with the department for 25 years. So I never want to take away all of his hard work or any number of other, fine men and women in our departments. He's doing as good of a job as he can given
As
the
any
situation.
interim police
Is able to.
officer could
Totally.
do. But you need a permanent police chief.
That's right. I think there are a number of other steps to address this. So we talked about acknowledging there's a problem, a police chief. The others are activating our streets so that we feel safe together, whether that's parades, whether it's markets, whether it's farmers markets. All of those things don't involve the police, but do involve people so that folks feel like they're a part of a community and that they belong. The final piece that I'm sure we'll talk plenty about as well is about cameras. I know that we lack the evidence to make sure that we are able to say that's the person that has been breaking into 10,000 cars, or that's the person who's stolen 15,000 cars last year. We need to be able to support our claims. And so helping our police department and even the district attorney's office in providing that type of evidence is so critical to our success. And the last piece I guess I'll share is that we need to ask for help. The scale and the volume and the type of crime that we are seeing in Oakland is really beyond our ability, whether or not we had more police or even if we had a police chief. And so bringing in the county, the state, and federal resources to help us through these challenges is going to be incredibly important moving forward.
Ask for more help. Some people, I tell you, some people are just really, really interested. They need help and they won't ask for help. This city is on fire, and we have to put that fire out. Don't touch that remote. We will be right back with All About Community. Again, my name is Robert L. Harris. I am your host, and my guest today is Warren Logan, who is a candidate for the Oakland City Council District 3, and he says he's going to help clean up this mess. We will be right back with All About Community.